Welcome, Divine Souls. I am Louv. Thanks so much for tuning into the 1111 Divine Life. Welcome on in. And for those that are new here, this is a channel all about manifesting your true divine life now, taking the position of power within your life and tapping into that inner knowing within us all. All right, this channel is representing divinity across all humanity, but I'm specifically focusing in on those that are melanated because I am melanated. All right. And so we're back in this position of power and authority in this earth realm and beyond. Okay. Representing Kemetic spirituality as well. So I want to share a little of what I have discovered in regard to the mystic from Ethiopia, the black man named Abdullah. All right. He was very prominent when it came to esoteric Christianity. Also, more so the emphasis on the psychological aspect of Christianity and biblical allegory, and how that has a direct impact on us actually tapping more so in tune with our true divine selves, meaning having a life of flow, a life of abundance in all aspects. And so I want to bring him more so to the forefront on this platform because, again, he is a mentor, the prominent mentor of the late great Neville Goddard. So this late great divine being, Abdullah, brought about this principle that is just so many different things that I've been taking in from him, but I want to share something that has been very, very powerful for me, and that is when it comes to manifesting and getting into that end state feeling, getting into that wish fulfillment situation. So I want to share a little about Abdullah if you're not familiar. So again, he was a mystic from Ethiopia, a black man, and he was very prominent in the 1920s, 1930s. Now, this was when there was the Great Depression. All right, so there was a lot of lack, there was a lot of resistance towards having stability in most people's lives based on what was happening within the economy. And also, it was a very segregated, very overtly racist time. But despite all that was going on, he lived a very luxurious life. In particular, Neville Goddard even spoke about him in lectures and how he lived a very luxurious life, and he walked around being in tune with his God self. All right. And also focusing on the fact that he took the teachings, the biblical teachings that are our Kemetic spirituality that has been mixed up and reversed, but he utilized it in a way in order to actualize his potential in the here and now. And so him giving a lot of insight towards Neville Goddard. Again, Neville Goddard was preeminent when it came to introducing a lot of people to a lot of his teachings, okay, through lectures. And so at one point, this was many, many years ago, Neville Goddard, being from Barbados, wanted to travel back to Barbados to visit family of sorts, right? And he went to his mentor, the late great Abdullah, and mentioned about wanting to manifest the trip to go to Barbados. And so Abdullah actually told him just directly and without anything else to convince him otherwise that if you're wanting to go there, have in your mind that you're already there. He actually told him you're already in Barbados and you went first class. All right. One more time. You're already in Barbados, but you went first class. And you went first class, not but, no buts. And so Neville Goddard at that time was not really convinced. And, he was more so in that mind frame of questioning how, why, what, the typical things that we go through when we may be novices when it comes to manifesting, right? We're in the beginning stages and we're not understanding that it's about you suspending your disbelief, okay, and separating yourself from skepticism, eliminating doubt and knowing that it's already yours. And so what actually happened was, Abdullah just left him with that. He just said, "You're in Barbados and you went first class." Now, fast forward, some time passed. Neville Goddard actually got a ticket to go to Barbados, but it was second. It was what, coach or whatever. So he went back to Abdullah, and Abdullah just told him a little bit about, no, you are in Barbados and you have first class tickets. And so somehow that was manifested where his ticket was upgraded first class. So this also brings about not only living in the end state, walking around and getting into the feeling of already having that wish fulfillment, right? But also not accepting partial manifestations. So again, when you're manifesting certain things, when you're wanting certain changes to be visible within this physical realm, it's going to require you to suspend all doubt and disbelief. Things may appear in a 3D that may be countering what it is that you're manifesting, but from Abdullah's teachings, he speaks about separating yourself from the light consciousness that we have been conditioned to believe through secular Christianity, and more so move into that esoteric knowledge of Kemetic spirituality, which is Christianity as well, of knowing that you are God. I am. Okay. So for instance, if you're wanting to, like Neville Goddard wanted to go to Barbados, speak as if you're already there. Me, for instance, with situations that are happening with me, okay, I'm in the process of, I've manifested my relocation. Everything went well, and I'm here. I'm here where I want to be. I'm here in Alabama. I'm here in Huntsville, Alabama, and everything worked out perfectly, seamlessly, no obstacles, no delay, effortlessly. Okay, and so begin to walk around feeling that energy that you're living within whatever reality that you want. And this is how you also not only avoid accepting partial manifestations, meaning that, again, when Neville Goddard, when he manifested the second class ticket, Abdullah told him, no, you went first class. So by focusing on, yeah, I went first class, that's how he was able to jump quantum leap into the preferred reality. Okay, so again, this takes practice, but practice makes perfect. Understanding that from biblical teachings, if this is what you are familiar with, okay, this is a top tier level of spirituality when you get to knowing that you are that God state, okay? And whatever it is that you desire, you have the ability to manifest it. So again, this has been very helpful to me because again, things that happen within the 3D sometimes can make you, can let that doubt slip in. Okay, shut the door on that. That's another aspect of another lecture that we'll get into at a later time in regard to manifesting, but I'll say a little bit in regard to this because it all works together. And for instance, when I was in the process of knowing that there was a change that needed to happen in my life, I needed to relocate because, I've been able to experience what was needed in that present location. It was time for me to move on to Alabama. And at first there was some resistance to the process because again, there's doubt that slips in because of just the reality that we live in. But when you begin to shift your mind, when I began to shift my mind into understanding that my thoughts create my reality, instead of operating from a space of, the what ifs, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, I had to really tap into having that quiet time to myself, meditating on what it is that I want, and allowing myself to see from my third eye that whatever it is that I desire is already mine. It's just about me aligning to the truth of that, knowing that I am one with God. I am God. I am Goddess. Okay. And I am where I need to be. I am in Huntsville, Alabama, in a spacious home. And I went there in my very reliable BMW X3 with no issues. Everything worked out effortlessly, and I'm so grateful to be here. All right. So Happy manifesting to you. Know that you too can actualize your God given potential because you are what? You are a God. All right. So until next time, I invite you to vibe higher and thrive. I am Louv Mayatu. This is 1111 Divine Life. I am your favorite manifestation guru, your favorite intuitive guide. Ashe.